Hey everybody, it's yours truly, Chicken Nugget King 313, and I want you to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm at 292 subscribers. Keep on watching, keep on listening, keep on liking and sharing and loving the content so far. So, what I want to say to a lot of you right now is that I just got done doing my Mike Green video. And the thing that matters to me about the sports world is that the sports world, they're always going to get on you every single minute about the context and the content that we put out. We're not Stephen A. Smith. We're not Rich Eisen, even though we hope to be those kind of guys and we would hope to be in those rooms. And we're not Scott Van Pelt. We're not Skip Bayless. We're not none of those guys. Those guys are on camera. Those guys have, a knack for sports talk day in, day out. Shout out Mad Dog. Shout out to all the guys that are big league guys in ESPN and FS1. A guy like me, who's a sports content creator, is someone that want to be up there with those guys. Regardless if I have a wrong take or not, I want to be right there with those guys. I want to blend in with those guys. I want to know the tricks of the trades of how to make you guys watch, learn, and listen to my channel day in, day out, And I'll show you a particular picture right here, right? This picture right here is me and John Mason at the Palace of Auburn Hills in 2001 when the Pistons were playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. I had the opportunity to beat out many other kids on a radio station on Mason in the Morning Show and become a PA announcer on Kids Day for the Detroit Pistons that day. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget the entrance that I made. I'll never forget the impact that John Mason and many other media outlets that were sports related had on me. I had a chance to talk with Bernie Smilovitz. I had a chance to talk with George Blaha. I had the chance to talk with Greg Kelser. I had the chance to talk with, Rob Parker, who everybody, nowadays hate. But me and him, we had a great conversation when I was a kid at that time. I had the opportunity to meet Mikey Moore, Glenn Robinson, George Karl, who was an exceptional head coach in the NBA. I had a fun time and I had a blast to learn from so many people at that time as a kid, as a youth, to work alongside guys who love the sports world and love the sports community to the fullest, regardless if it's NFL, NBA, NHL, whatever the sport is. We love the sports world. We love the sports community, and we do this for you. We don't do this to be, rich assholes or famous people to overlook you. We do this to give you great content that you can enjoy, that you could be entertained by, and, be inspired by, And I get inspired to want to be around those names that I mentioned. And I will never, ever forget that same kind of, atmosphere to be in front of thousands of fans inside the Palace of Auburn Hills, which is abandoned now, to hear those loud crowd, to hear that loud roar over and over and over again. And need I mind you, I was just a little kid. You know what I'm saying? All this is happening in real time. The camera's on you, the spotlight's on you. There's newspapers willing to interview you and get your take on who the Pistons are and what they do, And me being a fan of the Pistons, I understood the identity and the DNA that this team has. It's all about going to work. It's all about being a bad boy. It's all about being tough, physical, and having the grit in your bloodline to showcase that you can play with the best of the best. And that's what being a Piston means to me. I don't know what it means to you, but it means a lot to me to have that grit, that toughness, that tenacity, and that great oozing spirit to be a Detroit Piston. It means everything to wear that franchise uniform loud and proud. And I know Cade Cunningham takes a lot of in of that. I know he takes that in with pride to be a Detroit Piston. It's past Pistons that love this franchise, that love it dearly and understand, the history of it. We have a franchise that's been around since 1957. Fast forward, it's 2025, and this team is pushing for the 6th seed. Shout out Ashton the trainer. Shout out to JB Bickerstaff for putting this team in the right direction. Trajan Langdon is definitely going to look for a trade, a guy that could fit the piece, that could fit the mold inside the locker room with, Malik Beasley. To me, I think Malik Beasley could be in that spot of being traded, but it is what it is. That's for a whole other topic. But the topic right now that I'm talking about is that regardless if we get takes right or wrong, we still want you to watch and we still want you to enjoy. We still want you to be a fan of our artwork in the sports world. There's a lot of people like me who love sports dearly. I can bring up names right now. Desert Eagle 90, who's an Eagles fan. You have me as a Lions fan. You have Crispy Flakes as a Pistons fan. You got so many great names along upon the way. Even Everything King, who I'm cool with. Dosa Dion, who I'm cool with. It's so many great names that love this genre and love doing it because of you. We satisfy you, the viewers, the customers that buy into our product day in, day out. And that's why I'm growing subscribers. I wasn't growing any subscribers doing music. I wasn't. That's a fact. I didn't even grow any kind of subscribers. But when I got into my sports bag, when I got into what I knew and what I loved truly, that's when you guys opened up and gave me more subscribers. That's when I feel like the support was going to fall right in. That's when I feel like if I get to 300 subscribers, I'm going to get the next goal to get to 500 subscribers doing this sports talk thing. And I'll never, ever take this for granted. I'll never, ever take having 292 subscribers for granted at all, because this is what I do it for. I do it for the Detroit sports community. I do it for the Detroit, well, not just the Detroit sports world community. I do it for the world sports community, the sports world community that is from every other, sport that we do. So I do want to be on ESPN one day. I do want to be on FS1. I do want to be on Sports Talk Radio. I do want to be in those bigger rooms and those bigger platforms, so that way I can learn along the way, with me being so young and being so focused and fully focused on this dream and this goal that I have. And just listen to your parents. It's okay. Listen to your parents. If you want to pursue sports talk and be a sportscaster or a play-by-play announcer, do it. But just listen to your parents. It's always cool to have a plan B. The plan A that I had didn't work out, unfortunately. It was not for me. It was never getting me no money. It was never doing anything of that sort for me away. That just wasn't going to be the be-all, end-all. I had to think of what inspired me. I had to think about what I really wanted to truly do, something that I wanted to feed my family with, something that I want to feed my future family with, and it was sports. I have the voice for it, I have the charisma for it, and I have the look for it. So, I want you to support me and keep on supporting me to the fullest, and keep on supporting other names that do this for you. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm at 292 subscribers. And I definitely gave a lot of, props to Avery too. Big shout out to Avery, big shout out to Spirit of Detroit, Pride of Detroit, anything. Any type of, sports content that's related to what we do, I give you nothing but credit where it's due and nothing but support. So this has been a video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel again, and holla back at your boy Chicken Nugget King 313. One pride. I'm out. Take care. One love.